All right, do the intro.
All right. Mulligans and Hackers Golf, Season 3, guest podcast episode number 7?
Seven?
I believe it's 7.
Lucky number.
I think so. I think seven.
I missed a few, so I might be off, but I think it's 7.
Yeah, slacker.
Yeah.
So finish the intro.
I'm Chris. This is Alvin, and we have Brandon from Bingo Bango Golf.
How's it going, guys? We didn't get to have Chris on the last time. It was
No.
just Alvin and I.
And it was probably better.
It might have started off better, but she's gonna end great.
Okay. How you doing, pal?
Pretty good. It's a new year. I was trying to think about it. I'm like, I can't believe kind of how much has happened in the last year or so. Maybe not as much growth in the page, but just how much stuff we've kind of done. And I know you guys have done a lot. I've been trying to follow you guys, and now I think the biggest news, I guess, with you joining that tour this year. Way to go, guys! That's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different experience, and me and Chris we've been talking about it for a while, but just the experiences.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an experience to go play tournament golf and just have that experience. I mean, I can't get a smile off my face, just to go and participate in something like that is going to be really cool.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I'm pretty excited. It should be fun. It'll be a different challenge, right? If this guy was healthy, we could go on February 9th to Calgary and get in on some sim tournament action through Alberta Golf.
February 9th?
Or I think it's the 9th. Or 10th, maybe. Super Bowl day.
Oh,
True.
yeah, I'm not a Super Bowl guy, so.
No, but they're having a golf tournament.
Right. I'll have to consult my physiotherapist. I'm getting some work done on my arm right now because I battled through an injury pretty much most of last year. And in January, I started reps. I said, I'm going to get work done. I'm going to get it taken care of. So I'm in that process now. And my physiotherapist said, in no uncertain terms, that swinging golf clubs was a no-no until we get it fixed.
Yeah. So. That's too bad. But I think a lot of people deal with that. And luckily, this time of year, it's kind of nice to just hang up the clubs for a bit and maybe take a second and step back from the game. No problem there. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two. Oh, of course.
Like every day, I always swing the club at least 20 times a day, and this last few weeks, I definitely miss it.
But you hit on a point there, experiences. Like, I think that's what last year and kind of this year, what I'm really excited for is just all these different experiences. And I took place in my first long drive. I've never done something like that before. And it actually went really well. Actually got up to higher numbers than I thought. It was like 36 was in play and like about 360 out of play.
Nice.
And people are like pumping you up and telling you like, hey, maybe move your foot a little here, and everyone's like amping each other up. It was a really cool event, and that was through Z Long Drive. I think they're out Alberta and BC as well. But that was a new experience. And then my Blade and Persimmon tournament I did in Chicago was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I went down. Just drove down with a bunch of clubs. I had like 3 sets. Definitely was like at the border thinking I'd be pulled over. Like, what do we have here? What's the worth of all this? I think they saw there was all like 70s, 80s, and 90s clubs, and was like, go ahead. There's no worth there. Let's go ahead. But yeah, it was a great event. Met up with some great fellow Instagrammers and thrift guys, and just was a blast. Yeah, so that was a great experience since the last time we spoke.
And you've also started your Bingo Bango banter.
We have, yeah, and that was definitely on here. We were kind of mentioning, and I kind of stole some stuff from you guys, and kind of, like you said, just go and do it. And there's no one kind of policing it or kind of saying it should be like this or shouldn't be like this. Just do it, let it evolve. And yeah, you guys obviously a big inspiration, getting me out there and starting it out.
There's just not enough people, in my opinion, doing this and getting this community rolling. Just regular guys playing golf and chatting about it. I just think it needs to be more.
And I think, and not everyone can do it, but what's nice is if we're having these kind of platforms for people to pop on, they might not want to have one themselves, but having a platform for these smaller companies and smaller brands to come and talk with us, I think, it's a win-win.
I think so.
Again, it's content for us and content for them. Yeah.
It gets them out and gets everybody, gets their name out there. And I mean, that's how we got involved with 36 a day and Red Rooster for a while. And what's the other one that you're using?
7-iron now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like 36 a day there on your caps. That's how I found out about them, was through you guys, right? So, later on, of course, I've been seeing other posts from them, but my first initial contact was through you guys. So, again, there's a tip to your cap there that it works. It really works in this community, sharing and helping other people who are creating and building brands.
Yeah. Mike Johnny's been really good to us since we started our collaboration together, and shout out to him.
Yeah, well, I actually wanted to bring it up because I know you guys probably won't be attending the Toronto Golf Show next week. Might be a little out of your range, but I will be down there. I'm going to be checking out, obviously, 36 a day, and I'm really interested this year because Golf Town said they've kind of taken over a bit financially and kind of amped it up a little. Nowhere near the PGA Golf Show I think we're going to see, but I think a step up from last year's. And I'm kind of hopeful. I'm kind of excited.
Oh, that'd be good to see.
Cool. Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
You got to get content out there on your YouTube channel.
For sure. Well, dude, maybe we can dedicate 20 minutes or something. I'll go live with you guys, and you guys can, if there's anyone you want me to go talk to, I can be down on the floor for you. I'll be there.
Great.
That'd be pretty cool.
We're going Friday and Sunday is the 2 days we're headed.
Yeah, let's do something.
Yeah.
Let's do something for both our channels.
Exactly. Growth for both, right?
Yeah, you bet.
By the way, growth for both. I think I just coined the phrase there.
I like it. It's a good catch.
It's the next one on the shirt.
So, your page is doing well. Your platform is doing well. So
yeah, I think.
How's the golf?
Go ahead. Golf is coming around. I'm learning some new things every day, and like I said, the long drive. Maybe I'm not going to be swinging like that on the course, but I found, getting up to those speeds was actually keeping me straighter and more consistent. So, maybe rip and grip it, but with a purpose, I guess. But I was seeing some consistency, and the distance was great during that. So if I can bring that out to the course, man, that'd be great. And some other things for the channel, I'm actually just watching some stuff right now. The Canadian Open. Last year's, obviously, that finish was insanity. The only thing that kind of sucked is my phone died by the fourth over.
Oh,
they went over to 9, and I'm with Kenny, our friend, and he's we're not leaving the 18th, our spot, right? We just were hoping, like, okay, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back and win it on 18 like he should, and drain the 72-foot eagle putt, which was insane. But yeah, our phone died. But it was kind of better to be in the moment. But we said again, like, we're going next year because we witnessed, history. So it'd be so cool to go back. I don't know how he'll do as a returning champ, but there's some big names there. It's a new venue. I'm kind of excited for that this summer.
Where's the venue this year?
Hamilton, Hamilton Country Club or whatever it's called. Looks nice, and of course, you're gonna doll everything up a little for a PGA tournament. And speaking of the Open, I'm waiting for the Full Swing season 2. They had their cameras, all over that tournament because the merger stuff was going on.
Yeah.
And of course, they got caught in a great tournament. So I know I popped up on some of the TSM feeds. I'm wondering if I'm going to be any of that Netflix cameras.
We'll keep an eye out for you.
Yeah.
Definitely want to copy that and put it on your YouTube channel and try not to get copyrighted.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly right. It's like myself, and then I get taken down. And something else we're working on this summer is, like I said, I went down to Chicago and met up with all these thrifters and other golfers, vintage crew kind of golfers. We want to throw one in Toronto, so I'm kind of spearheading that. Going to be probably end of July, but yeah, same kind of concept. It's going to be persimmons, blades only, blade putters. You can dress in old attire if you'd like. I was using old balls and gloves, like
Cool.
so yeah, we're thinking maybe one of the link style courses around Toronto, Braben, Piper's Heath, and just about 40 of us. Some kind of cool prizes, some refurbished clubs, and some touched up stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of our.
That's a good turnout.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what we had in Chicago, and I'm kind of trying to emulate that. Yeah, it was a blast. So
that's a pretty neat idea.
So you get any simulator time in?
I am. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I go at least maybe once, twice a month, or not month, like week, and just a little bit here and there, just to get like the rhythm. But again, it's getting so comfortable on turf is scaring me, because I'm going to come out in spring, catch a huge pelt, and then my whole game is askew, and I have to rethink everything. Because I'm hitting well on the simulators, I'm playing decently, but will it translate to the course?
I haven't hit a simulator yet this winter. It's killing me, man. Not just to hit a ball.
I haven't hit one either, surprisingly, but
you got your volleyball going on, so
yeah, and I'm going to Vegas in 3 weeks, so I'm gonna get some golfing down there.
Awesome, that'll be
you
great.
better get some content.
Oh, for sure.
Are you anywhere near the Sphere? Will that be in play?
You know what? You're the third person today that's asked me about that. So I guess I'm gonna have to stop in and see. We're going down for a volleyball tournament actually, but we have a couple days where we can get some other stuff in there. I think we're gonna golf all day Friday.
You got it. If you're there in that temperature.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been minus 5 million here for the last 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, you guys have gotten the snow, you've gotten the cold. We've been kind of lucky. It hasn't been as bad. We got a bit of a spell, but we golfed late into November here. Copetown Woods, it was actually another course we're interested in maybe throwing the tournament. They were open Christmas, right? They had people on the green. Yeah. It was crazy to see, but of course we're getting hit with it now.
I feel like right now some of ours could open at Christmas. It was pretty nice at that time. It's just been the last couple of weeks.
We paid for it though. Boy.
Yeah.
Minus 52 with wind chill?
Something like that. But it's supposed to be plus 12 next week. It was plus 4 today.
Yeah.
So
no, I
can't complain.
I'm hoping to get out, even just chipping, even getting out. It's nice in this warm temperature.
Yeah.
But something I actually saw recently is the Golf Daddy. They're new recently, like their new product. Have you seen it?
Did you see it? I actually just saw it. I saw it today.
Yeah. So I saw they took down like all their other kind of stuff, and they're kind of going with this new format where it's like the pad and it's reactive to your like an app, and then you can just put that onto a TV. So in turn, you can basically put a simulator. I'm very interested. You can put a sim anywhere now, like a sim, right? You're not getting on ball data, but there's a lot of stuff you're still getting out of that. Probably more than just your hit into a net, right? So I'm interested, and it ships to Canada. It's relatively cheap. I think it's like 130 something bucks, 160 with shipping.
It's not bad at all.
No, I don't know if I want to be the guinea pig, but maybe I'm going to ask if you would.
I saw this thing on Instagram too, and it was a simulator, like a club simulator. What was those things you used a year ago where you put them in the grip of your club and they gave you all this info?
Oh, the Acros. The Acro sensors. I still have those.
So it looks like it comes with a practice club, and you get one of these sensors, and it's the same thing. You go into the app on your phone, put it up on your TV, and it gives you the swing data.
Yeah, there's a lot you can get out of obviously that. Yeah, I've seen those, and for some reason, this just kind of like that's where I always tend to worry about my swing is like, am I coming over it like on top? Am I smothering it? Like, um, yeah, this little golf daddy thing kind of gives a lot of data. I'm kind of interested.
Yeah, anything, because I can swing up to my hybrids in my living room upstairs. So
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's actually something I'm on the move. Unfortunately, my place in Toronto, I have to move out of, but still going to be around Toronto area. But I wonder if my next spot, if there's going to be a area to swing or area to chip. That just means being on the course more, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to get that time in there.
Yeah.
So what else is new with the page? What do you got coming up?
Yeah, the newest thing, I guess, we're up to the golf show, and we're gonna do a few matches with some other collaborators. Big Six is someone we're gonna be hitting some rounds with this summer. We already have a few ideas and some courses laid out, and then just kind of being more not organized or planned, scheduled, but just kind of have people wanting to come back to the page and check. Oh, Brandon's doing the back nine or something of this course, or is the last 3 holes here. Try to plan it out better rather than just throw a bunch of stuff on when I have it. Maybe just kind of evenly distribute,
Well,
put them out.
This season of our guest podcasts, again, as it evolves, we've managed to put one out every Monday since we started. So this one will be going out on Monday. I think I might be recording another one this weekend with someone. We've got a few more lined up, and it's again from season 1, season 2, season 3. You get more regular, you get more guests. It's a lot of fun, man.
Well, and even through our season, right? We used to just do just a podcast, but then this year we evolved with the YouTube page, and we had the Go for the Greens and the different clips that we were putting out there. Just trying to give people a lot of content that they can grab onto.
Yeah, and this year will be neat because I feel like you can still do that stuff, and then now you can pair it with the tour.
So
you can pair it with these courses.
With the tour, we're hoping to make a couple of events. We're not going to make them all, because again, there's a cost involved, and we're here in we're in the forgotten corner of Alberta down here in Medicine, and Calgary is 3 hours away, and then it's 6 hours away. And that's where most of these events take place, is around those areas. So we're chomping at the bit to see the schedule come out, so we can hone in where a couple of events that we're going to lock down, and these are the ones that we're going to really try and make, because they played Nicholson National last year. And if they go to back to that one this year, I think that's one that we're going to try and lock in.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then again, are you going to continue your tour?
Yes,
in some capacity.
In some capacity. It's not going to be as scheduled as it has been years before, because we've always come up with a schedule so that our pals know. We're moving golf courses too, so
Got a lot going on.
Like, we're not quite sure how it's all going to play out. It's going to have to be. It's going to be a different year. It's going to be a new year, and we're going to play a little bit of it by year. But if we can get the core 4 guys that are playing golf at our new course, we're going to consider it an event, right? We'll consider it an event and do our points, and
And so you were at was it Cotton? What was the name of
Cottonwood Coulee.
Cottonwood, yeah.
So for an entry level course, par 66, not that long, even from the tips. For the first 3 years, I think it really treated us well. We got we got a lot of golf in at that course, almost 300 rounds in 3 years. So, no, it does well. But now where we are, where we want to go with our golf game, I think the natural evolution is to go to a par 72 and play the par 72 regularly.
For sure. I actually was, humming and hawing just because of how good the price was. It just didn't add up because where it is, but Port Hope, down, Mac, that's where he plays. Uh, because I'm under, it's like 35 and under is like even cheaper for some reason. They had this like great deal, and I was just so close to, I was like, should I get it? Because that means, I play Port Hope whenever I want, but that means I have to go to Port Hope and play. And yeah, being in Toronto a lot, it might have been harder to get down. And
What's
but
the time travel for from you to Port
it'd be
Hope?
like an hour and a bit, but that's on a good time if there's traffic and stuff. And yeah, I'm in Coburg, which is really close to it every once in a while, but it just wouldn't be enough. I need a course closer that I go to more. But everything up in Toronto is just crazy expensive, or it's public. It's
Well, one of the things with Cottonwood, and Chris, you can attest to this. It's going to be different this year because the course we're going to is a little more formal. It's a little more golf rule oriented. Where Cottonwood, when we would go, we pretty much had the run of the place.
Mhm.
yeah,
Go jump on when you want, front, back. Go any time, whether you had a tee time booked or not. You just go play, right? You jump on the front or jump on the back. Whatever was open, just go play. And that's how we got all these rounds in. But like I said to Chris, I think this year going to a bigger course, it's going to be quality over quantity. We want the rounds that we play. We really want to do well in those rounds.
Yeah, I probably won't see 100, 120 rounds this year, maybe like 70, 75. I mean, you're going to have to, you really got to book in advance out there because they get full. But the nice thing is that we're doing a dual membership. So we got Medicine Hat Golf and Country and Connaught Golf Course. So if one's busy, you can go over to the other one. So whatever you have at one, you have at both. You got a cart pass, you got a cart pass at both. You got a range pass, you got a range pass at both. And it's pretty affordable. I think it's between $3,000 and $4,000 for the season for 2 courses.
for two courses. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's with the cart and full membership. So that's, we think that's expensive because we live in a small city, but it's really affordable.
yeah. And when you turn that into 70, 75 rounds, it's really great. It really just makes it worth it.
Yeah, for sure. We're looking forward to it. That's why it's nice and close to home actually, and that's kind of been a nemesis course of Alvin's for a couple of years. He's gotten a lot better at it, but
There are some holes on there that really still. I'm not so terrified of the first hole anymore, but there's a couple of the par threes that are still a little traumatizing.
well, and then the one par 4 on the back, was it 16, 15 or 16? It's the toughest hole in the golf course.
Mhm.
It's what is it? It's like a 480 or 490 yard par 4
Dog leg left,
and dogleg left.
around water.
If you hit a bad first shot, you're bogeying for sure.
Didn't I play that one from the other fairway this year?
Yes.
I actually cleared the water, cleared the trees, and
Yeah.
played it back from the other fairway. Yeah, that's probably
That's
probably a plan.
That was the one that I chipped out off the fringe.
Nice. It's funny you say that off the other fairway. I actually thought it like when I started this kind of page, that was kind of one of my ideas was actually off the other fairway as like a name because when I played, once we moved to Ashbrook, a bigger course in just outside of Coburg, it was so open. And I really took advantage of that, hitting driver all the time. Who cares? I'll be, whatever. On one, I'll be on 9. On this, I'll be on that. And it really turned into play it from the other fairway.
The par
So
5
good
at
shot.
Cottonwood.
That's me.
It's the par 5. So the par 5 is number 13.
14.
14. So 15 comes back,
Mhm.
and there's a creek, a little pond, just it's actually my carry distance for my driver. So I put a lot of balls in there in the last few years. But Chris can clear the water, so he would just play off of 15 fairway.
Nice.
I've actually been as far as the number 3 fairway, which is the next fairway over.
Creeping over.
And you got people looking at you like you're crazy. And from there, I'm like an 8-iron. I'm like an 8-iron from there.
Still a 3-shot par 5, like, even from that fairway. Right?
Yeah. Oh man.
I played an 8-iron shot, and people are on the other tee box and just kind of looking at me as I'm hitting back towards them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to attack this green. It's okay.
And Chris plays cross
Whatever
handle too,
works.
so his ball striking is, he strikes the ball so hard with cross grip. It's maddening.
Yeah, I think we talked about in the last, like I grew up cross grip.
Nice.
Used to do lefty and righty, and that's some more videos I want to do, is just like going back to like shooting left for a bit, and I'm no Mac or anything, but like I can switch it every once in a while, get some decent contact.
I tried to hit a golf club with a right-handed grip, and it feels weird to me. It feels so foreign.
Yeah, it must.
I'm not ready to give up an entire golf season for that.
Yeah, really.
You shot really well. Like, I mean, the 3 years that we've been playing, we've been getting better every year. Chris is getting better as well. I think his putting is far superior to mine, and that's where he gains his strokes. I still see him hit the ball a long way for a cross grip guy.
I just spend a lot of time putting in my house. That's why it's good. I'll spend hours and hours and hours with the putting mat, just working on putts and
trying to do different things with my putting, and I have like 3 or 4 putters, and the last 2 years I've really, like, I won with my multi mallet, and then I went to my tailor-made spider ECG the last couple of years.
I've been rolling through that, and it's been rolling well. So, but I like messing around a little bit on my own time. But when it comes time to win, it's whatever's hot in my bags goes right back in there.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything new in the bag? I have new stuff in the
Since
bag.
the last time we talked to you, I probably do. Yeah.
Well, your entire bag has pretty much changed.
Other than my irons, yeah.
So, because you're totally Mizuno now.
Other than my wedges
And your putter.
and my putter, yeah. Top to bottom though, because I had a Callaway Epic Flash driver, and then I had an Epic Flash 3-wood, and then I used some hybrids, some Mizuno hybrids. But I went and
fitted for a Callaway or a Mizuno driver and 2 Mizuno fairway woods. So now I got the Mizuno driver, and I got a 3-wood, and for the first time ever, I got a 5-wood in my bag. Sometimes I don't even know what to do with that club because I've never had one before. And
it's not a club I normally hit. And then I got some Haywood wedges. I got 2 custom Haywood wedges last year. Absolutely love them. They are buttery smooth. And
I see him do some crazy work with those wedges this year.
Yeah. And then I got my good old Bomb Tech. It's 60 degree. Just because the sand traps on the course we played, they're like playing on rocks. So I didn't want to really beat up my good wedges, so I kept that one in my bag. So
The beater club. You need a beater club.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or a desert club, as some people like to call it.
So I cycled through putters last year. I still haven't found one that I really am comfortable looking at or playing. So I started the year with the Nike Method.
Nice, the Method.
Yeah, so that's what I started and played most of the season with. Then probably about, I don't know, halfway through the season, I got into an Odyssey.
Nice.
This is the white steel number 2. It actually came with a flat cap.
Blanken, yeah.
Yeah, and I actually like it because I use the claw grip.
Okay, yes.
And it's actually quite comfortable with the claw grip, but it has a metal insert. I really couldn't get the pace with it.
We're both big insert guys on our putter heads.
And then I just picked up as a
The
trade.
Rosie? No.
This is another white hot number
Oh, yeah.
5. Honestly,
Have you used that one yet?
I haven't used this one yet. This is what I'm going to start season 4 with. It's got a
Nice.
Ooh, fancy. That one might be coming out of your bag.
I traded Clark my tailor-made arrow burner driver for.
What?
Yep.
Nice. You'll love to see some trades.
I don't know, man. I got like 15 putters here in the room, and I don't like any of them. So
The problem is he'll putt well with one for a while, and then he just loses it, and he can't find it back. And then he'll put a different putter in his bag, and he'll do okay for a little while, and then he'll lose it. Whereas, like I'll putt with a putter, and if I'm having a bad day, I might get 1 or 2, 3 putts, and I might end up at like, I don't know, just over 2 putts a hole or something, or right around 2 putts a hole. And if I'm putting really well, it's like down to like 1.5 or 1.4. It's funny how he's got great big swings though, because we call him dead putt or free putt or whatever, because he just can't putt.
but I am fairway finder.
Yes,
Yeah.
he can find the fairway.
I just can't find the green, and I can't putt when I get it.
Yeah,
Well,
our
and
games
too
are very
bad.
different that way.
You guys have that, playable, drivable par 4, and then if you can't putt,
Well, I think I hit that green 6 times this year,
Yep.
and 0 eagles.
How many birdies?
2, maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of 3 putts on that one.
But it's a tough green, and Clark
It's very tough green.
there's a couple of our videos on our Instagram where Clark makes an eagle putt and I make an eagle putt, and they're 2 different videos, but it's actually the same day. We almost putted from the same spot, and yeah, Clark slipped out, like literally came back up the hill. It was crazy.
Well, that one's so wild because it's an uphill right dog leg, and you got to basically clear the trees to get up there. And then once you get on the green, it's 2-tiered if you look at it straight, but it also all falls away to the right. The entire thing falls away to the right. So it's all sloping right. So it doesn't matter where you end up, everything slopes to the right. So you have to get like the perfect leave or hit it with the perfect pace, or you go skating by that hole.
And then you're back down off the front of the green towards the Quonset, and you're chipping back uphill.
Yeah, that's brutal.
It's a devastating hole.
They used to have a couple sand traps on the side, and they dug them out. So now they're like grassy bowls, basically. So if you miss your putt, you end up down in one of those.
Dude, I would love to get you on that course and just caddy for you around, not even play, just get you to go around that 18 and show you some of those greens, because the par 5 green is exactly the same way.
Oh,
2-tier, slope
it's
back
worse
towards the fairway, right? There's a bunch of these greens, and I'd love to see some guys that we talk to just come and play this course, and dude, I'll come around with you. I'll give you some pointers, but I want to see you play this 18-hole course out.
Another really bad one out there is number 10. Or this one's a dog leg left, but it's like you think you should be able to drive it based upon the distance that's there. You're like, oh yeah, I'll just cut the corner, I'll drive it, but it's all uphill. It's got like an elevated green that's probably 35, 40 feet up. So, and then once you get on the elevated green, there is literally probably a 6-7 foot divide between the bottom level and the top level. If you're on the wrong level, you're basically 3-putting. It's almost a guarantee. Dude, especially if you have to go down.
I had kind of a rude awakening when I played the Pulpit here up just like north of Toronto. Beautiful, amazing course, right? This thing is like pristine. But Jason, who I was playing with, I needed him to tell me every time, because I'd read a putt, and he'd say, "What do you see?" And, right to left, and he said, "Yeah, that makes sense." But because of like all the Appalachian, all the hills and stuff, every putt goes different. The way you're looking, it looks like it's going to go this way. It goes that way. So he's like, put it a club to the left. I'm like, to the left. So I'm looking. It looks terrible. It looks wrong. And he says, you can gauge the pace pretty well, but put it out there. I do it. Curves like it's like, Bugs Bunny with the magnet. It just doesn't look real. All the breaks don't look real. And if I didn't have him, I would have been worms meat that day. I would have been having the worst day, but luckily, it was such a great day out there with him. And that's another course I hope to play again this summer. The
We
pulpit
played-
or the
We played Desert Bloom a couple times this year, and I've never played it because again, it's a Leaksy style course, and I've never putted on greens like that before. Like
their stamp meter on those things is ridiculous. Like they by far the
glass.
fastest.
Glass,
Yeah. Like it's putting on glass or putting on concrete. Like the ball just goes.
You don't leave divots when you hit the green.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what not got me in trouble this year, but like I got to play so many different courses from like, a little like backcountry back 9 and then to like full country club 18, out in Banff. I didn't get to play their 18, but their 9 hole is amazing. But each course I go to, reading greens was so hard, right? Because I'm like, okay, speed wise, the last place I was at, I had to like hammer it. This place, it looks like glass. And then I'm, that whole round, half the round, I'm kind of like getting used to the greens. And
we can attest to that.
It's a part of my game that I need probably the most work at, and it's just pace, reading greens.
I think you really notice it. Like Alvin's usually pretty good. Like if we stay at Cottonwood for like a week or two and we just play the same course, his putting tends to get better and better and better. As soon as we go to like a different course, like not necessarily some of the smaller ones because some of them are the greens are a lot slower. But like if you go to like Desert Bloom or you go to like Medicine Hat or you go to Connaught, which are the 3 little bit faster greens, they're not necessarily as deceptive, but they're a little bit faster. Well, all of a sudden he'll come back and we will be at Cottonwood and his pace will be totally out to lunch because he can't get the pace sorted out. And then he gets frustrated naturally and, it just goes downhill from there.
I'm trying not to be an angry golfer.
You're getting better at it. I got to give you credit. You are getting better at it.
I find that's where the anger comes, is knowing that you are better than what you are. That's why I love the beginning of the season because everything is like whatever, like get out of the way.
First month.
Yeah, it's like June, July when I start going like, okay, what's going on? Haven't made a birdie yet. What's going on?
Well, again, we hit some milestones this year that was a little gratification for the work that we put in. I shot my first 9 holes under par. I was 1 under through 9.
That's huge. Congratulations.
As a guy who's been playing golf for 3 years, yeah, I'll take it. Now, granted, that was a one-off where everything kind of went exactly the way it should. Fairway green, 2-putt par, fairway green, 2-putt par type thing. And Chris broke 70 down at it was one of our goals at the start of the year to break 70.
Sub 70, baby.
Yeah. At this par 66, Chris did it twice.
Yeah, I shot 69 twice. I shot +3 twice. So I went -1 on the front one day, and then I went 1 under on the back the other day, and 4 over on the other side on each day, and I just ended up 3 over. And then I shot a 75 at Redcliffe.
Yeah, that was a good. That was
nice.
that was on a
par 71.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a 3 or 4 over. Nice.
But yeah, he did that at a Mulligans and Hackers event, and like how the hell are any of us going to catch that?
Oh, I had an insane eagle that day. So we had been trying all year to catch an eagle on video because anytime we get an opportunity, as long as we're outside of an event, we'll try and videotape it, right? And event days, we're locked in on our golf. We're not really focused on content. And so I absolutely pulp a drive down number 5, which is a par 5, wind at my back. I don't know. It left me it's like a 500 and some odd yard par 5. And it left me like 165 yards or something. And I'm like, oh, perfect. perfect 8 iron, like absolutely perfect distance to leave me. And I was feeling that club at that time of the season, and I'm like, oh, I love it. It just gives me the club I want in my hand. So I step up and I absolutely hit a beautiful approach shot. I think I ended up about 7 feet from the hole. So we get up there, whatever, everybody puts out, and I looked over at Alvin. I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if I drain this with no camera? I was like, that'd be our luck, right? Like we've had
Yeah.
numerous opportunities at Eagles, and he's just like, yeah, that would be. So I step up there, read the putt. I'm like, that's relatively straight. Hit it with good pace. Boom, bottom of the cup. I'm like, oh, nice, thank you. Off I walk.
Dude, as soon as you turn on the camera, I find it's when things, shut down, and vice versa. As soon as it's off, it's like that's when you drain a shot or
I'm
put something
hoping,
close.
I'm hoping to get more golf course content this year. Like just having a camera on the cart, just filming all the time, just getting stuff, more and more content from the course. I really want to do a like a whole vlogs,
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
Yeah,
looking
like
into as well.
play whole like
well,
play
like
course.
set a day where you play 3 or something like that, or
Yeah,
6 or
right.
whatever.
You do
Hmm.
one and three, and then the next day you do 4 to 7, right? And just so people can see the entire course,
Yeah.
something like that, right? And then you get the odd cool shot on video, right? Because then you just put it on the cart like a GoPro or something,
Hmm.
and just put it on the cart, hit record, and the only thing you have to do is kind of turn it to where we are on the golf course, right?
Do you see
Yeah.
that stick that's on there on Instagram? What is it called? The Q Pod or something like that?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
can't. That thing looks pretty neat. It would be looks like a perfect accessory to keep in the golf bag for times like that.
Yeah. Well, even the eye range too. All those are great little quick things to get like filming. Right now, I have. It's kind of funny. I glued a like a tripod piece to my old phone case. So now I'm just on a tripod always. It's basically those things, but a bit more, old school MacGyvery. But it worked because before what was happening was I would just kind of put it on there, and of course any gust of wind or anything like little bump, it's like falling off. Where now it's actually like balanced and locked in there. Um, so yeah, I'm the same thing. I want to do some more whole vlogs. I want to do course kind of like layouts, like you say, like maybe not just even playing it, but some good shots of it. And yeah, maybe some hole in ones pop in there, something fun happens.
I
But
almost got a
just to
hole in
have the
one this
camera
year.
going.
Alvin almost got a hole in one this year. Speaking of hole in ones,
Oh,
and it
that's
was
right.
on a tour event day at Connaught Golf Club. That turned his entire round. It was basically everybody was neck and neck at that point, and then we were on the what was it number? It was eight.
Eight.
Eight. So little. I think it's like 165 yards or something, par three, and he gets up there and he hits just an absolute perfect shot, and we're watching it. And we're like, damn, that's right at it. As it hits the green, rolls straight at the hole, catches the cup, turns right, and ends like what 2 inches away.
Yeah.
Easy tap in birdie, but we were that close to seeing one live.
It'll happen. It'll happen. We pray to the golf gods. Oh shoot, I think I lost you guys.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. You're back.
okay. Um, I put that video up of me putting the jacket on Chris again from the season.
Saw that.
That was painful. Hurts.
That'll happen again. Don't worry about it.
Hurts. I'm hoping that you return the favor next season, because when I won the jacket the year before, nobody videotaped this guy putting the jacket on me.
Yeah,
So I
you
think
had
we
to
have-
just take a selfie, right?
I think we have to recreate that, and I have to.
I thought no, we tried to videotape it, but our videographer Clark screwed it up and didn't videotape it in time. That's what happened.
Clark, we're looking at you.
Anybody?
There we go.
Fucking stupid equipment.
What's happening here? I don't hear anybody now.
I got everyone now. We're
Oh,
back.
there we go. There
Yeah,
we
I
go.
don't
We're
know
good.
what happened there. Yeah,
I'll edit that out.
just
'Cause I'm getting
some
better
work
at
for
that
you.
too. I'm getting better at that too, like the editing stuff and video stuff, and actually getting our podcasts with a header over them and names. And
Yeah, it just like you were saying, it comes in, and the new logo, by the way, looks good. I didn't have a chance to mention it.
Other
You got
side,
it
yeah.
there?
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah, I like that.
Hacker Golf out of Regina, Tim, did this logo for us, and he did one for Chris in the green and black, which is kind of the one that he's taken over. Then he did one for red and black for me because that's kind of been my colors.
Yeah, our color schemes looks good.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do merchandise down the road or.
Just kind of taking it day by day, see what happens, right?
Yeah, we did our first little kind of like a thank you. It was supposed to be at Christmas, but like the shirt giveaway, and we were gonna do like more like a Bingo Bango Bongo theme one, but this one's was like the old Tiger. I don't know if you saw it pop up. It's like the 1999 like loading screen for and yeah, it just looked like such a like a sick looking like logo. So I'm like, you know what, throwing that on a shirt. So yeah, I got a few for my range sessions, and then yeah, I got a few we gave away.
Nice.
So
But yeah, this summer we want to do yeah, more shirts and maybe towels or something.
towels would be cool. Yeah. So let's get off the golf topic now and talk video games.
Sweet.
So, because I see a lot of your stuff, and it's all old video game related stuff. So I never played any old golf games because I wasn't into golf.
Ooh, Mario Golf.
I wasn't even into that. Like I wasn't into golf at all. So I can't even remember what my first golf video game was. I just can't remember. What do you play?
I remember mine was it Konami Golf? It might have been something different. I just remember Konami Golf. It was like a Game Boy version, and it was just kind of yeah, that like, oh, I can play golf on my Game Boy. I can play it anywhere. So like that, Pokemon, and like I'd play anywhere. But once we got our family computer, one of our first games was Golf Tycoon, and then the Tiger 99, and that I played a ton. That was just like because Tiger Woods then to me was a video game, the way he was playing. So
Yeah.
playing the like, he would turn metal if you hit it right. He would turn tiger striped if you hit it like Tiger shot. You could blow up the golf cart in the range sessions if you hit it. There was just so many fun little things they had in that game already in those early days, and then of course it just got bigger. And every like iteration I try to buy, or every few years I try to buy. So yeah, once it came onto GameCube and Xbox and PlayStation.
Have you
I
played the
definitely
new?
played all
Have
those.
you played the newest one that come out with the Tiger Woods one? I don't have a
I have.
PS5, so I haven't played it yet. So
So that's the problem. I don't have any new equipment. Like I have no new systems or anything. So that's probably another reason you see a lot of the old golf is because that's all we can play. I still have Wii Resort and Wii Sports.
oh yeah, that one's
Play a
fun.
lot of that. Yeah, but yeah, no newer games. It
What
does
about
look
what about the like I was saying before, Super Mario Brothers Golf, like the original back in the NES? I don't know if you did
yeah
you play
on
that
this.
one?
I got a few of my cousin's games, but some of the stuff he held, like he kept, and for some reason that was one of them. So I played at his house every once in a while, but
I found that
it was
game
more
very
Tiger.
tough.
It is. I actually did a game a playthrough. It was one of my earlier videos I put on the our YouTube, and it was it's hard. I was just like I don't even know. Did I lose to him? I can't remember, but it was tough. It was like
That's
the
what
first
it's
guy you
fun,
play.
right? It's funny how some of the older games are tougher than some of the newer ones nowadays. Actually, speaking of Super Mario Golf, we have a Wii, so we got the Super Mario Golf, the new one. That is awesome. Like there, you can create your own little me, and then you go through your own storyline on the Super Mario Brothers
Oh,
tour
that's
or
sweet.
whatever. And then you unlock all the different characters. You have all the different courses that you can play, of course, with interactive environments that do different things. And then as you play so many rounds with each character, you unlock another set of clubs for them. Like you start with their base set, and then you get their
Mm.
intermediary, and then you get your star powered set. So it's actually super cool. And then they have, like Bowser's got a big bomb shot, and like a major drive, and like one of the girls I think turns the whole green to like ice when you hit it if you're playing
Oh.
multiplayer to just give you different advantages. So it's more family oriented, but it's also a super fun golf game to play.
Mm. Yeah, I know. My nephews and stuff. They have. What was it? It was one of the new. I don't think it's that one, but it's like the Mii's or the on the Switch. It's
Yeah.
like one of the yeah. And yeah, they're just like they're all over the place with it. They know exactly what to do. And I was like playing for the first time. I was like, this is it's kind of like Wii, but yeah. I love getting kids into the sport early. Why not, right? That's what got me
Absolutely.
into it. I was like, you know, dad plays it. I'm playing on the video game. I might as well play the real thing.
Yeah, I never did play. I played a little bit on the video games, but golf was never really a big thing for me until I got, until just before COVID. Like that was kind of when Alvin and
Yeah.
I got into it. And, I'd always had a little bit of interest in golf, but it was the extent of playing. I think the most I'd ever played before Alvin and I started playing was my high school after or my the summer after high school with my best friend. We were working at the same place. We were on the same hour schedule, so we would drive like half hour, 40 minutes out to this golf course whenever we could get off, and it was like $40 to play 18 or all day or something
Mhm.
like that. I think it was $40 to play 18, but you could play all day if you paid that because it was just a small out in
Oh,
the middle of the nowhere course. And we didn't
yeah.
know what we were doing. Like we were so bad, so bad. Like I look back now and I'm like, man, I don't even remember. Like I could barely hit the ball half the time.
Yeah, your swing has probably changed so much
Oh
from
yeah.
So again, back to video games. So, Brandon, what's a guilty pleasure that you still go back to as a video game?
um I won't lie to you. Every once in a while, I'll just go to addicting games and play the mini putt. That first one, it's like a click. It's like a flash game.
Nice.
I will go on there and just be like, do the first few holes and be like, yep, home one, home one, home one. I still got it. Exit, done, out of here,
Nice.
done. But yeah, like I said, like I'll throw on the Wii. I'll throw that on. Um, get the swing because even in the resort, it actually will like your if you smother it a little or you're early, like it actually brings that up. It knows that. So it's kind of fun to it's a little simulator at home. I'm gonna do a few more videos like a sim, right? Video
Hey,
at home.
you should do an 18-hole video.
I was saying, well, that's I want to do one and see kind of yeah, like where it goes, but that'd be great. Like take it very seriously though. Like we're here at We Resort.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go 100%. Like yeah,
Do some commentating.
Get somebody to
yeah,
caddy for you while you're doing it.
that would be great. Actually, that'd be really good. Yeah, maybe Evan will. I'll see if my buddy will.
That's awesome.
All right, pal. Well, I think we've taken up enough of your time tonight, and it was really, really cool to connect again and have this
Yeah, I
chat.
can't
It was a
believe
great
it's already
chat.
been a year.
Yeah, and
That's crazy to me.
you're
But
you're only the second guest to make a second appearance on our podcast,
and the other one is Mac, right?
Mac, because
So
he's
there's
our
been two
first guest.
Macs.
He's
Yeah.
our first guest every year.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Well,
He-
I'm in some good
he's really
company.
good about that too. Shout out to that guy for making his time available for us clowns.
Oh yeah, he's helped us tremendously.
Yeah, and I'm
And so
actually
have
hoping
you.
to.
You helped me big time with again some of the presentation that we do, and
Dude,
shout out to you and
anytime,
appreciate
yeah.
that too, pal.
Anytime, man. I like I said, we're only better when we are helping each other and like no gatekeeping or kind of stuff like that. It's all about
They're out there.
where I can help some. Yeah, they are.
They are.
I've ran into it, and
Yeah, me too.
something
pal.
I've ran into too is not everyone is meant to collab, and that's okay.
Yep.
Everyone can be in the golf world, and that's okay. but not everything has to be a collaboration, and not every group will vibe with each other, but when it does, it's great that it makes it work.
Before we go, I know this is like last minute, but what's new in the bag for you? Because I think we did a what's in the bag
Well,
last year. So let's do a
in
what's in the
my
bag quickly.
actual bag, I'm gonna say tuned up i3s. I am gonna keep them. I'm getting them all kind of tuned up, and some of them got bent this summer. Had someone drive into my golf cart, which
Jeez.
is too bad. Yeah, so my 3 and 5 are a little bent. But I'm going to get them all set up. And new wise, probably just a few shafts. Maybe I got some KBS shafts I want to put in a few of my older clubs. I'm gonna maybe make like a really pimped out bladed set
Nice.
with those TaylorMades, those BBF, the ferrules, and the Rip It grips. Like they're gonna be really pimped out clubs, which is great. I just hope I can swing well. They're gonna look so good, and if I swing like crap, then it's over.
That'll be disappointing.
Yeah.
All right, pal. Well, appreciate your time again,
guys.
man.
You too,
And,
guys. Take care.
We'll stay in touch for sure.
Yeah, Toronto Golf Show next week.
Yeah, let's do
We'll
something.
have yeah,